Mic check, mic check, mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Ah ha ha ha. We back. We back. We back. We back. Just stop counting at 40. I'm still counting. I'm gonna count them. Every time I get one, I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative. Every time I get one, I'm appreciative. What's good? Happy Monday, people. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Make sure everything's good and running. Y'all hear me good? Thumbs up in the chat box if you hear me. Thumbs up in the chat box if you hear me. What's up, Matt? Big Cuz. P. Brown. Lisa. Steven. What's good? What's good? Phantom Cyborg. What's good, Coach? I don't think I've seen that name before. Appreciate you for joining the Phantom Cyborg. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We're going to get started here in a second. We'll get started here in just a second. Appreciate everybody for stopping through. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. File on in. File on in. We're going to get started on this Monday. July 10th. July 10th. Dog days of summer. Dog days of summer. Camp starts in about, I think about 2 weeks for the Ravens. I think they start on the 22nd, I think. It's the 18th or the 22nd, something like that. Something like that. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's get this one little announcement out the way before we get started. Okay, law school. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck with it. Best of luck. So let's start with this announcement right here. First, if you don't know, over on the second channel, which is More Sip to Tally, we are counting down the top 32 teams in the NFL. It's called the More Sip to Tally Power Rankings. I think today we're on team number 18. And if you don't know, this is kind of how it's going to go. When this stream is over, number 18 will be going live when this stream is over. So if we get to 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock Central, this stream will start there. So if we make it up until the time, you don't have to touch anything. It'll automatically take you to that. And if it don't automatically take you to it, make sure you go over to More Sip to Tally. Make sure you go over to More Sip to Tally and jump in. If you have not subscribed to that channel, it's in the bottom right of the picture. You see it where it says More Sip to Tally. Go over there, subscribe, and we're on team number 18 if I'm not mistaken. So if you have not been over there and seen the countdown, go back to number 32 and watch them all the way down to team number 18. It's been fun. It's been fun doing it. We got a little over 2.5 weeks to go till we get to team number 1. So it's been going good. It's been going good. Enjoying it. Enjoying it. Also, what else is coming up today? At 9 o'clock, we have our roundtable coming up. Our roundup. I think the guys that had PTO last week will be back. I think. I haven't talked to them, but I think, we normally don't give 2 weeks of PTO. So I think they'll be back. And we'll see. We'll see. We got a few topics lined up for you guys tonight. And we'll run through those and give you our thoughts and opinions on different things, different questions and whatnot. So, but let's kind of get on into the nuts and bolts of today's show. But what I want to do is first, let's shout out our Noti gang from our last episode. Noti gang from our last episode. Jeremiah W. Normal guys. Brandon Bazell, who got married Saturday. He's probably not in here. He's probably living it up with his new wife. So shout out to Brandon Bazell, who got married Saturday. Clap it up for you. Clap it up. So, if whenever you see Brandon get back in the chat box, make sure you give him a huge congratulations. got married Saturday afternoon. So you probably won't see him in here for a week or so. I'm sure, he'll be tied down, locked down for a minute. But when he comes back, make sure you guys give him a huge congratulations. And you can also go follow him on this YouTube channel. He's growing over there. Big Reg has a YouTube channel also. It's called Living Big with Big Reg. Both of those guys are growing. And they've done a couple of collabs also. They've done a couple collabs together. So, they finally, they doing their thing over there. They started recently. They're growing slowly but surely, but slow growth is the best growth. So, all right, make sure you do that. And and Jeremiah W., who's also always here in the chat box, congratulations to those three guys for being a part of the Noti Gang. For those that don't know what the Noti Gang is, all that is that's you guys showing me that YouTube is doing its job. So when the live streams go live, that's YouTube sending a notification to you guys, and you guys coming in the stream saying, hey, YouTube did its job. You typing hashtag Noti Gang to let me know that YouTube did its job. Now, I recognize the first three, but you don't have to be the first three. Whenever you get the notification and you come to the stream, type in hashtag Noti Gang, and if you're not the first three, it don't matter. I still want to see it when you guys come in. That way I can know YouTube did what it was supposed to do and notified you that the stream was live. So even if you're not one of the first three, still, once you get the notification and you come in, still do it also. So if you see the notification, but you're busy at the time, and you can come in 5 or 10 minutes later, still, once you get a chance to come in, type it in now, and that way I know you did this thing. So what I also want you to do is notice Streamlabs just put up the newest alert that I put in there, and it says the loyalty points will reset August 1st. So August 1st coming up, we're going to reset everybody's loyalty points, and we'll begin again. And we started this during the football season last year. So August 1st, I'll reset everybody's points, and then we'll start our giveaways. So August 1st come, I'll hit the reset button, and the last day of August has 30 or 31 days. Executive producer. August got 30 or 31 days. I can't see. You got to say it. I can't see. 31. Oh, so August has 31 days. So on August 31st, we'll know who won. That's how that goes. And you get points for commenting in the chat box. You get points for donating via the tip jar. Now keep in mind, it's a difference. It's a difference. When you donate via the tip jar, that's what you do. You go to and I don't have the comment pinned. I should have done that. The pinned comment that normally is pinned, but I didn't pin it this time. I forgot. I'm slipping on my pimping. You pin comment and you donate via Streamlabs, and that will get you bonus points that way. And if we do any kind of call and response, that'll get you. Say it just came up. Streamlabs on a job today. You see where it says Streamlabs NHDog95 tip? You click that and you donate that way. That'll get you bonus points too. That's how that's gonna work. So comment in the chat box. You do any kind of tipping or donating, that'll get you on there. And also, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have something special. I ain't gonna tell nobody yet because jokers be getting me. So I gotta say some of my tips and some of my tricks. Because me and Hendo got this little competition going. Every time I do something, he do something. And I told him yesterday I'm gonna save my tricks for game time. So I got something special for the tippers when we reset the giveaways in August. I got some up my sleeve, which I don't have a sleeve on right now, but I got some up my sleeve for my tippers when we reset it. So that's gonna be fun to do. And I know once I do it, I know everybody else is gonna do it too, and which is fun, but I just want to be first. So that's gonna happen, starting August 1st, and when that happens, we'll come out and we'll do that. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. And just to let you know, August 1st we'll reset the loyalty points, and we'll get back into our giveaways. All right, let's kind of get into the nuts and bolts of the show. What up, Jose? What up, Jeremiah Killer Cam? What up, Living Legend? Appreciate you. Appreciate the 5, Living Legend. I appreciate it. Our topic for the day: PFF. PFF. Appreciate you, Living Legend. Appreciate it. PFF said that. Get me back up here. Came across an article in PFF, and they said that the amount of games that the Ravens, when you went through their metric, I don't know what their metric is, and I was trying to read up on it, but I was kind of dozing when I saw it, so it kind of, maybe it read me, but their metric, their whatever it was for the Ravens to win, I think 9.5 games, and when they had the bet and stuff, they always throw a half in there so you can't tie, because they don't want you to tie. They either want you to win or they want you to lose. They hate having ties. What up, big gump? So they put in a half in there. And so I put that up there, and that's the topic. And so let's look at our Jane Doe comment of the day. Now, Jane Doe comment of the day comes from P. Brown. I almost said P. Brown again. Almost. Old habits die hard. And he said, with this revamped offense, a new OC, and upgraded skill players, I believe the Ravens will catch other defensive coordinators off guard at the beginning of the season. I know Monken has film from what he's done before, but I believe Monken will revamp his own philosophy due to LJ being his QB. With that, the Ravens will catch teams off guard, and he'll be able to put up big numbers. At least we'll pass week 8 through 10. Now with no major injuries, and I agree with him. I believe let me see, move this up some so it won't be behind that. I believe he has the opportunity to take what he's done on tape and build on it. Because if you go back and look at what he did in Tampa Bay and partially what he did in Cleveland, because he wasn't a play caller in Cleveland, he didn't have a guy pulling the trigger like Lamar. He didn't have somebody as explosive delivering the football. He did what he did with Jameis Winston as a QB. And then in Cleveland, he wasn't the play caller, and they had Baker Mayfield. So look at what he had at QB based off what he had now. Now, he had some playmakers at receiver in Tampa Bay. He had Beckham and Juice Landry in Cleveland. So the skill guys may be the same, similar. They may be better. It's too early to tell right now. But the quarterback is definitely better. It's definitely better. So I think he's gonna take what he's done in the past, build on it, and just be bananas. Because it's gonna take defensive coordinators 3, 4, 5 weeks to figure out to get enough of a book to say, hey, Monken likes to do this, or hey, Monken likes to do this, or that. But my thing is, and I keep telling people this, like, because everybody loves fantasy football, so let's talk fantasy football for a second. If I'm playing fantasy football with Ravens players, the only offensive player I would draft from the Ravens is Lamar. I don't think a receiver's going to have 1,000 yards. Maybe JK. Maybe. I think JK may push 1,000 yards. But I don't think not one receiver going to have 1,000 yards. And this is why. Because I think 1 week, Odell may go off. The next week, Mark Andrews may go off. The next week, it may be Zay Flowers. Next week, it may be Bateman. I think there are going to be so many guys that have the potential to go off and do stuff that you can't focus your defensive game plan on one person. That's why I don't think no skill player is going to have a career year. And those easy incentives that Odell got to get that extra $3 million, I think they're in jeopardy now. I really think they're in jeopardy because I honestly think Aguilar's going to have some good games now. Because he's going to be overlooked so much that he can sneak in and have a 80-yard game with 2 touchdowns. I really do. And I think that people are going to be so focused on us throwing the ball that JK can have 15 carries for 90 yards. And you get JK 15 carries, 90 yards, 15 weeks. That's a good season. That's a great season for him. And then you don't have overuse on everybody. You don't have overuse on everybody. And now you get to week 17, week 18, and everybody's not overused. And then you don't have those little nagging soft tissue injuries. And now you got a kind of sort of healthy team going into the playoffs. You kind of got a healthy team going into the playoffs. Let me see what DeMar talking about. So you're saying not one receiver going to average 59 yards a game? No, what I'm saying, DeMar, is I think different guys are going to have great weeks. I think Bateman can have a game where he explode for like 150. Then I think like Odell can have a game where he explode for 120. I just think when defenses rotate their coverage to a certain guy, the next guy can go off. That's all I'm saying. So will we have a 1,000-yard receiver? Possibly. I just don't think we're gonna have a 1,400 yard, like 2 or 3 1,400 yards receiver. That's all I'm saying. Will we have a 1,000-yard receiver? Probably. And that 1,000-yard receiver, in all honesty, probably gonna be Mark. That 1,000-yard receiver is probably going to be Mark if we want to keep it a stack. Mark's probably gonna have 1,000 yards, and JK's probably gonna rush for 1,000 yards. Just saying everybody be healthy. If we're gonna be honest. But what we're gonna do here is let's go through the schedule and see, because the over and under is 9.5. Let's go through the schedule and look at this and see like the guaranteed games and see if we can get to those 10 wins. That's what I want to do at this point. Let me pull it up real quick. Wrong button. There it is. All right. And I got my little pen right here so I can keep track of wins and losses. Ain't gonna be too many losses on my paper though. All right. Week 1 versus the Texans. We going against a rookie QB. I'm assuming they starting that rookie QB. So I'm gonna go ahead and give us a dub at week 1. Y'all can kind of put your thoughts and comments in the chat box. Week 1, I got us with a dub versus the Houston Texans. That's what I think. I think they'll be better defensively, but I just don't think they'll be ready for what we're gonna run out there week 1, especially with not having a lot of film on what we're gonna do. And honestly, we not gonna have film on them too, but defensively, I think we pretty solid. We pretty solid defensively. Week 2 versus the Bengals. I'll put a question mark there. We gonna revisit week 2, all right? We're gonna revisit week 2. I'm just gonna put a question mark there. We're gonna kind of run through the legit W's first and see if we can get to 9 legit W's first, and then we'll come back and revisit these question marks. That's what we'll do. The legit W's first. Week 3, the Colts. They running the rookie quarterback out there too, I'm assuming, with Anthony Richardson. So I'm gonna give that W2 right there. So that's 2 W's. We're trying to get the 10. We're trying to get the 10 to just to debunk the PFF 9.5. All right, week 4. That's the Browns. So the Browns got a good roster on paper. So for now, let's just question mark them also. We're gonna question mark them also. Week 5 is the Steelers. We're gonna question mark all our division games, then we're gonna revisit them. How about that? We're gonna revisit our division games. So let's just go through everybody else. Week 6 versus the Titans. They're in quarterback purgatory. So I think we're gonna beat them too. So that's 3 W's. So week 1, week 3, week 6 so far. That's 3 W's. All right. Y'all agree or disagree so far? Week 1 versus Houston. Week 3 versus the Colts. Week 6 versus who's that? The Titans. And while I'm mentioning it, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if he's in here or not, but I think Hendo is giving away a ticket to the Colts game, the Rogue Pod. If I'm not mistaken, I see Yolanda's in here. Yolanda, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Hendo say he's giving away a ticket to the Colts game? I think. Help me out on that, Yolanda. I think he said that yesterday. But let's move on. I think she'll, if she's still here, she'll let me know if I'm right or wrong on that. So week 7. Yeah, the Titans game is in London. Week 7 versus the Lions. Now everybody is all on the Lions. You know what? I I ain't. Now, I'm finna test y'all for a minute. I'm finna see who's been watching the More Sip to Tally Power Rankings. I'm finna see who's been watching. What ranking is the Lions on the More Sip to Tally Power Rankings? That's your question. What number is the Lions in the More Sip to Tally Power Rankings? I am not coming to London, Samuel. I want to. I'm peeping around here at the executive producer. I want to go to London, but it just ain't in the cards. It ain't in the cards right now. All right? But I think we're going to beat the Lions, so that's a W. That's the fourth one. That's the fourth one. All right, week 8 at the Cards. I think we're going to beat them because they horrible right now. Jeremiah got it. Jeremiah, he said 31 is ridiculous. Hey, I just think the Lions going to fall back. We'll see. So we got 5 so far. Week 1, week 3, week 6, 7, and 8. Those are the 5 dubs so far. Week 9 versus the Seahawks. Seahawks is a pretty good team. That's at home too. Try not to homer this thing out. I'm going to question mark the Seahawks too. And again, I'm questioning mark all division games too. So let's jump on down to week 11. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right, week 11. Bengals, that's a question mark. Week 12 versus the Chargers. At LA. Sunday night game. At SoFi. I'm going to question mark that one. So week 14 versus the Rams. I think we got the Rams. So I'm going to give us a double for that one. At the Jaguars. Jaguars beat us last year. This is a Sunday night game. It's tough. I think we can get the Jags, especially we get some revenge on the Jaguars. So right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sitting at 7 that I think we can get. 49ers, question mark. That's week 16. Dolphins, 17, question mark. And Steelers, question mark. So, division games, I question marked them all. And then some of the tougher games I question mark. So what I got so far, I got 1, 2, week 1, week 3, week 6, week 7, week 8, that's 5. Week 14 is 6. Week 15 is 7. Oh. So they might not have been bad. This is tougher than I thought. Let me go back to some of these question marks. So let's just say we go 3-3 in the division. So let's just say week 2 we win. That's a dub versus the Bengals. I'm going to say the dub week. I'm just for the sake of, say we split the division. We probably won't, but let's just say we split the division. Week 4, that's a dub. Week 5, that's a dub. So now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's 10 right there. That's 10 right there. So even if we go 500 in the division, that's 10 wins. And the 10 wins I got are week 1 versus the Texans, week 2 versus the Bengals, week 3 versus the Colts, week 4 versus the Browns, week 5 versus the Steelers, week 6 in London versus the Titans, week 7 versus the Lions, week 8 versus the Cardinals. Now, I question mark week 9 versus the Seahawks. I question mark week 10 versus I said we're gonna split the division game. So I give us an L versus the Browns. I give us an L versus the Bengals. And where's that other L versus the Steelers? That would be week 18. And that's just for the sake of splitting the division games. All right, week 9 is where we at. All right, week 9. We got 3 minutes left before it's time for us to go over to more sip the tally. So week 9 versus Seahawks, W or L. Chat box. Week 9 versus the Seahawks, W or L. What we got? Matter of fact, let's rotate. We'll start with a W. Week 9 versus Seahawks, W. Week 12 versus Chargers. Let's just say we get an L there. Just for the sake of. Week 16 versus 49ers. Let's say we get a W. And then week 17 versus the Dolphins, just say we get an L. Just for the sake of. That puts us with, and this is for the bettors out there, for our bettors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 wins. To what, 5 losses? 12 and 5. That puts us at 12 and 5. It's not bad. My question before we get up out of here. Yeah, I am trying to be humble tomorrow. You caught me. I am trying to be humble. You're exactly right. I am trying to be humble. My question before we get up out of here. Can 12 and 5 win us the division? That's the question. Can 12 and 5 win us the division? That's the question. That's my question to you. Can 12 and 5 win us the division? That's the question to answer in the chat box. It do sound like it definitely sounds like a playoff, P. Brown. It definitely sounds like a playoff. But can 12 and 5 win us the division? The Chargers aren't that good, but they play good at times. You never know what you're gonna get with the Chargers. The Chargers like a crapshoot. They're like a huge crapshoot. You never know what you're gonna get out of them. You never know. Can 12 and 5 got to sweep Cincy? You know what? Our division is tougher than it is. I think we got the best division in football, honestly. I really do. I think we got the best division in football. But when I look this, because this is my first time trying to predict the schedule, I think this is tougher than it looked. It's tougher than I thought. It really is tougher than I thought. But I think we got the team to do it. I think we got the team to run the table. Now, what we're going to do is 6 o'clock. So y'all know what to do. It's that time of the day. I'm finna end the stream, and we're going to head over to More Sip to Tally and look at the number 18 team on my More Sip to Tally countdown. So I appreciate you guys coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. So when I end it, it should go ahead and push you on over to More Sip